Hey everyone, welcome to Inside Richmond Real Estate with the Lemus Group. Today we're covering an exciting subject but sometimes daunting, buying your first home.
That's right. Whether you're just starting to save or you're ready to dive into this process, we have some practical steps that will help you prepare for this journey.
I feel like a lot to take in, but by the end of this episode, you'll have everything you need to take the first step towards homeownership. Let's get started.
So, the first thing you need is to have a clear view of all your finances. Here's where to start.
So, step one, check your credit score. This number is super important. It determines what kind of mortgage rate you'll qualify for. If your score isn't great, start improving it now by paying down debt and making payments on time. Never make a late payment.
Next, figure out your budget. A good rule of thumb is for your mortgage to be at or below 28% of your monthly income. But don't forget other costs like insurance, taxes, and maintenance for them.
And let's also talk about saving for a down payment and closing costs. Most first-time buyers aim for 5 to 10% of the home price for a down payment, plus another 2 to 5% for closing costs. So it's important to start saving up early.
Exactly. Having a clear financial picture is the key to a smooth home buying process.
So now you've got an understanding of your finances, right? The next step is getting pre-approved. So now that you got your finances ordered, the next step is getting pre-approved. And why is this so important?
It shows sellers how serious you are, and it also gives you a good idea on what you can afford. A pre-approval letter is like a golden ticket in the home buying process.
So what do we need to get pre-approved? Things like pay stubs, tax returns, bank statements, basically anything to prove that you can afford this loan. The lender will review this thoroughly and give you an idea of what your budget will look like.
Right. And here's a tip. Even if you get pre-approved for 400,000, that doesn't mean that you have to spend that much. That's just your budget. You're gonna go lower than your pre-approval a lot of the times.
Exactly. Staying within your comfort zone and focusing on a home to fit your financial goals. Just because they said 400,000, like Caitlin just said, doesn't mean you have to go 400,000. What does your family truly need at this stage in their life?
Right. All right. So now you're pre-approved, and it's time to start looking at the market. This is the fun and exciting part. Here's how to start.
So first, we have to research neighborhoods. Think about what's important to you, like being close to work, good schools, or local amenities like parks or shopping. Each area has its own vibe, so take the time to find out which one fits your lifestyle.
And don't just rely on online listings. Look at open houses, drive through the neighborhood. Just get a feel for what you like and what you don't like.
Exactly. And once you have an idea of what you want, it's time to find a real estate agent. A good agent will guide you through the process, help you find the right home, and negotiate the best deal. And just keep in mind, just because you don't know exactly where you want to go, doesn't mean you can't start talking to an agent now. Like they can start asking the right questions to get you thinking about what neighborhood would fit your lifestyle.
Yes, and trust us, having a good agent can make all of the difference. When it comes down to how much time you spend looking on your dream home, negotiations, offers, it will really make the biggest difference in your process.
Exactly. Now let's talk about one topic that most people don't talk about when going into the real estate journey. That's the emotional side of buying a home. It's not just about the numbers and paperwork. It's a big life decision that can feel pretty overwhelming.
That's true. You'll probably feel a mix of excitement, anxiety, and even frustration sometimes. But the key is to stay patient and trust the process.
Exactly. And one way to reduce stress is to be there. For example, while it's not required, we always recommend to get a home inspection. Even if you think the house looks perfect, it's better to catch any potential issues before you fully commit.
Right. And remember to stick to your budget. It's really easy to get carried away when you find that house that you love in that perfect neighborhood. But, you know, staying within your means is so much better. And this always could be, if you're a first time home buyer, this is your starter home. This is just a step to get you into the home that you are dreaming of and looking for.
Exactly. Like Caitlin just said, this is your first home. It's a starter home. And that's something that a lot of people forget about and just immediately start thinking about the dream home. So because this isn't your forever home, focus on what you need now in your life and what makes sense in your upcoming future, right?
Right. So, with that all being said, it's time to wrap up today's episode. We hope you feel more prepared and excited to start your home buying journey.
And remember, it's a process and you don't have to do it alone. If you have any questions or you need help, reach out to us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're on all the platforms at the Lemus Group. So we're always here to help.
Yes. And don't forget to subscribe to Inside Richmond Real Estate so you never miss an episode. Before we go, here's something to think about.
So we have some questions that is important for you to ask yourself before you buy your first home. As you prepare for this journey, ask yourself these questions. What does my ideal neighborhood look like and why does it fit my lifestyle? What's my realistic monthly budget for housing costs, including utilities and maintenance? How long do I plan to live in my first home? Is it a starter home or something a little bit more long term? What features are non-negotiable for me in my home? For example, a big yard, a home office, or a garage. Am I financially ready for the unexpected costs like repairs or an increase in taxes? Have I saved enough for a down payment and closing costs, or do I need to explore assistance programs? Do I feel confident in the real estate agent I've chosen to guide me through this process? Am I ready for the responsibilities of homeownership beyond just the mortgage?
So, these are some really good questions. Take some time to answer them honestly. They'll help you feel a lot more prepared and ensure that you are making the right decision.
So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Okay, bye for now, and good luck with your home buying journey.